Think you've seen scary? Think again. Today I'm taking you on a rapid-fire heart-pounding countdown of the top 10 meanest animals. Up close and deadly, I'll hit venom, bite force, ambush tricks, terrifying stats, and the single chilling reason each animal earns its rank. I want you to feel the teeth, the charge, the sting, and understand why humans rarely win these encounters. I'm Roger, and I wrote this with my ghostwriter energy turned all the way up. Stick around, don't blink, and get ready to be shocked. Countdown of the top 10 meanest animals. Up close and deadly. This beast is small but sadistic. The Asian giant hornet packs venom that destroys tissue and triggers debilitating pain within seconds. I've watched footage of a single sting making grown people collapse, and that's just the start. They defend hives like tiny kamikaze soldiers, and will swarm anything that threatens their colony. These hornets can deliver dozens of stings in a minute, and alarm pheromones call reinforcements fast. If disturbed, one hornet's sting hurts. A swarm's attack can be fatal to people devastate bee populations. Imagine dozens of barbed stingers, venom designed to incapacitate, and a hive that chases relentlessly. This is a reminder. Danger isn't always huge jaws. Sometimes it's a swarm that overwhelms with numbers and pain. Respect the small and mean. The Tasmanian devil looks small, but its jaws are hydraulic, engineered for crunching bone. Their bite force relative to size is astonishing. They tear through flesh and bone with terrifying efficiency. When they feed, there's no finesse. It's a ferocious, slobbering display of teeth and power. They're loud, too. Snarls, screeches as they mob carcasses. Cape buffalo are deceptive. They look bovine and slow. They're angry, unpredictable, and will gore with little warning. They kill more hunters in Africa than most predators because they charge with incredible speed and deadly intent. One dramatic stat: a single angry buffalo can reach charges over 35 miles per hour. They don't run away, they confront. Herds protect calves fiercely, circling, pawing, launching counterattacks on lions, launching counterattacks on vehicles. That sudden shift from grazing to lethal momentum is why seasoned trackers respect them more than many cats. If you hear a buffalo snort and see it paw the ground, back away, slowly. Otherwise, you might be looking at a tank with hooves. Polar bears are the apex nightmare of the Arctic. Silent, patient, enormous, their stealthy approach across ice lets them ambush seals, ambush humans. Rare, deadly. When one decides to move, size and power are overwhelming. Adult males weigh up to 1,500 pounds, yet move with surprising speed. Ambushes are clinical. Hush creep, explosive lunge. Out on flat ice there's nowhere to hide. They stalk windward to keep you unaware. I've watched clips where victims never hear a footstep until it's too late. That sends a chill down my spine. The image of a massive white predator appearing out of the whiteness is one of nature's most terrifying scenes. Respect the ice and the bear that rules it. Komodo dragons are like prehistoric tanks with serrated teeth, built to tear, hold, and grind down prey. Old myths said bacteria in their mouths did the job, but we now know venom and anticoagulants make their bite deadly. They ambush with patient stealth, then latch on and rip with terrifying, tearing strength. A single strike can be the beginning of a slow, inevitable end. The lizard retreats, waits, and follows as its victim weakens. Their bite force and the serrated power of their teeth are designed for macerating flesh and bone. Watching one take down deer is a lesson in brutal efficiency. They are quiet, patient killers, exactly the kind of predator you don't want to meet alone in the brush. Honey badgers are tiny, ferocious engines of chaos, fearless to the point of absurdity. They attack snakes, bees, even lions. They will charge into beehives, shrug off stings while shredding honeycomb. You name danger, they'll stare it down and probably win. Their attitude is as lethal as their skills. Thick skin, sharp claws, a temperament that screams, "I don't care." I love the rapid-fire list of their brazen acts, ripping open carcasses, raiding farms, biting venomous snakes mid-strike, flipping over armadillos for breakfast. It's a survivalist's highlight reel of audacity. If boldness were a weapon, the honey badger would be fully armed and unafraid to use it. They're a reminder that size isn't everything. Attitude is. Bull sharks are the compact, aggressive neighborhood bully of the oceans. They thrive in shallow water, tolerate fresh water, show up where people swim. Their adaptability leads to surprising human encounters, recorded far upriver, in murky estuaries where swimmers least expect them. That's part of what makes them terrifying. They attack with brute force, with little warning, often in murky conditions with near-zero visibility. Their temperament is aggressive compared to many other shark species. Implicated in a disproportionate number of nearshore incidents. Think, unseen power moving just beneath your feet. Next time you're in warm, shallow water, remember the bull shark's domain is where humans and sharks collide, and sometimes it ends badly. Chapter 8. African elephants are majestic until they aren't. When provoked, stressed, protecting young, they become unstoppable forces. A full-grown bull can trample and charge with destructive power. Their sheer mass turns trees into debris and vehicles into toys. Documented incidents show sudden charges and unpredictable stampedes with catastrophic results. They have memory and emotion, which makes encounters tricky. A past wound or disturbance can trigger retaliation years later. Their tusks and trunks are tools of annihilation in an enraged moment, tossing vehicles, flipping boats, crushing anything in their path. That kind of force, changes situations in an instant. Respect and distance are non-negotiable with elephants. They deserve awe, not provocation. Chapter 9. Hippos look like goofy river cows until they charge. Then they are lethal, territorial, terrifying. They kill more people in Africa than most large predators thanks to ambush tactics on water routes, jaw power designed to crush boats, jaw power designed to crush bones. One snap from those massive jaws can sever a limb in an instant. They're aggressive on land and aggressive on water, guarding river lanes, surprising boats that get too close. Hippos can run faster than humans on short sprints will charge, with little warning, usually at night. Their territorial defense of rivers makes crossings particularly dangerous for locals and travelers alike. Never underestimate a hippo's speed or appetite for dominance. Shata Psych Shay. Silent killers of the waterway. Chapter 10. At number 1 is the saltwater crocodile, the ultimate ambush predator with a prehistoric resume. These crocs lurk in murky waters and strike with explosive violence, and then they do the thing that defines them, the death roll. That spin tears flesh and separates bone, turning whatever they catch into a manageable meal. Their bite force is astronomical, capable of crushing bone like it's brittle. Stories of crocodiles dragging livestock, and sometimes people, underwater are chilling and painfully common in certain regions. They wait, patient and ancient, until the right moment to obliterate escape routes. You can't outrun, outswim, or outfight the killer that hides at the water's edge. That patience and raw killing technique make them the meanest of all. Outro. Quick recap montage. Highlights of the 10 meanest animals. We've raced through the 10 meanest animals on Earth, from stinging swarms to massive ambush predators. And if you made it here, you've seen the full spectrum of nature's brutality. These animals don't act out of malice, they act out of survival, biology, and sometimes sheer audacity. I've tried to give you the facts and the chills, and I mean it when I say, don't test them. Which one shocked you most? Comment below, subscribe for more wild countdowns. Tell me if I missed a contender, or if you've got a crazy encounter story. I read every comment. If you want a deep dive on any of these animals, I'll put together dedicated episodes that go even harder. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and stay safe out there, especially if you're planning to swim, hike, or camp near any of these beasts. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe for more.